anti-Israel actors financially ruin Sydney Theatre Company. On November 25th of last year, 3 cast members of the Sydney Theatre Company production, The Seagull, wore keffiyehs on stage as they took a curtain call as a form of on-stage pro-Palestine protest. The actors were Harry Greenwood, Mabel Lee, and Megan Walding. Now, perhaps the keffiyeh, symbol of those who have Minecrafted tens of thousands of tiny hats, was appropriate for this mob, since they might have just Minecrafted the STC. I wonder whose side these guys are on. Now, Alan Joyce has resigned from his post as chairman of the Sydney Theatre Company and urged the board to make tough decisions to keep the company afloat amid the fallout from an onstage pro-Palestine protest. Mr. Joyce told senior management he was reluctant to step down, but felt he was not able to devote considerable time necessary to fix the crisis. Yeah, so he's basically saying, screw you guys, I'm going home. I do not feel like cleaning up the mess you created. You want to fix this shit? You are on your own. Not my problem. He had been in the role just 8 months before several actors staged a pro-Palestine protest during the curtain call for a play called The Seagull. We understand the actions at curtain call and our immediate response has hurt many in our community. For this, we are deeply sorry, the STC said. We support individual freedom of expression, but believe the right to free speech does not supersede our responsibility to create safe workplaces and theaters. No, the onstage protest sparked a movement calling on actors and musicians to wear keffiyehs during performances and concerts. However, and here's where the bankruptcy comes in, the incident drew intense criticism from many theater goers and patrons, with Carla Zampati CEO Alex Schumann stepping down from the company's board. According to the Stryan, the company had lost an estimated $1.5 million as a result of the canceled tickets and withdrawn financial support. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking. $1.5 million? Like, that shit's nothing. There have been comic book campaigns that made that more than that much money. Like, what the hell? Like, they're financially destitute after losing $1.5 million? Well, have you guys seen the budget that the average theater company has? Like, they're basically doing it as a hobby. Yeah, $1.5 million is devastating. In his letter to the board, Mr. Joyce said it was clear the company's operating deficit has become dramatically worse and urged management to act. Yeah, by firing everyone responsible for this. Yeah, it's clear that the company's significant operating deficit has become dramatically worse as a result of recent events, which caused a large drop in revenue. So, in all honesty, at least the ones I've been familiar with, I know it's hashtag not all, but all the theater production troupes and companies that I've been familiar with, like, none of them made money. They survived entirely on government grants and patrons. By patrons, I mean they literally had rich people giving them money on a regular basis to keep them doing what they're doing. Because they did not make money putting on these theater shows and getting tickets. And then others, everyone involved had other jobs, and the theater was basically their hobby. It wasn't their job, it was their hobby. So if they start losing their rich patrons, that's it. Like, they literally can't survive. I urge the management and board to make tough and immediate decisions to ensure the company's ongoing survival. They won't be easy, and they won't be popular. And they won't be my fucking problem either, because I'm resigning, bitch. This reminds me of a certain female soccer team with new shirts. I know, right? Yes. So that's actually a very good analogy. So just look at theater productions as female sports, and their patrons as the male alternatives that are footing all the bills for them. Greenwood is the son of Hollywood actor Hugo Weaving, and he has flaunted the keffiyeh also on his Instagram. Well, good for him, I guess. His father played, among other things, the Nazi villain Red Skull in the Marvel movies. At least he was just acting. Junior seems to be supporting the modern-day Nazis. Wow! Whoever wrote this article is starting to sound like me. Suffice to say, Greenwood and his fellow morally bankrupt thespians may have just bankrupted their employer, which I assume might not irk these apparent Marxists too much. Dude, this kid was the son of a Hollywood actor. He'll be fine. So how typical of the anti-Israel crowd? They, like the people they claim to support, stand up for positivity, but rather stand not for positivity, but rather for destruction. Oh man, yeah. Behind every strong woman's is a rich man enabling her fucking truth. So yeah, if you have any activist employees at your company, man, get rid of them as soon as you can. Even if it'll cost you a lot of money and legal trouble to get rid of them, it's better than keeping them around and letting them completely destroy you later.